How's it going? Now, this is completely different from what I normally post. However, if you follow me on Twitter, you should you should know that, you know, I do like to follow me a little bit of League of Legends. I do like me my League of Legends. But my God, it has been it's been just terrible recently. You have 2xKO, a game that's been in development for 10 years for the FGC by the FGC as a love letter for them, right? And to also, at the very least, try to bring over a lot of League fans into the addicting grind that is and welcoming community that is the FGC, right? FGC has a ton of games from a variety of different IPs: Tekken, Street Fighter, Blaze Blue, Melty Blood, whatever it may be, right? Whatever it may be. And they still enjoy it. They love playing their dead games. Just like a League of Legends, they love playing their dead fucking game. Until said dead fucking game gets a new season update, and then the game is now more back than ever. We've had this thrashing cycle every year or so as a League of Legends players. Let's be real. We have Stockholm syndrome, autist brain, right? We cannot leave, right? We need help. We need this thing called unplugging the Ethernet cable and having us touch grass in order to maybe quell the itch that is ranked. But anyways, 2xKO, under a year in development, releases with, after a 10-year development, having to change scope between originally rumored to be a 1v1, then a platformer similar to Multiverses, until that game decided to shit the bed due to just poor dev decisions. And even doing well at Evo, respectively well at Evo, could not, for the life of it, even with a free-to-play model, even with a lot of monetization and battle passes, it could not capture the audience. And pretty much just said, while they did what they wanted to do, was to build a game for the FGC community that is big and welcoming and that they would enjoy it, they realized that the FGC community cannot sustain, a free-to-play game, especially with their version of rollback netcode, right? Which allows essentially the reduced amount of rollback needed, as well as solid latency. And they were hoping that by making the game literally free, they can make it more accessible. But by making it free, you don't really make it as desirable. And a lot of people have been saying this is just another line of Riot Games curse, where they can only make things that other people have made, and or the only people that want to play Riot-based Riot IP games are League of Legends players, right? And I would say this is a point that not a lot of people are bringing up, is that the Riot IP is so strong that anything they try to branch out into the Riot sphere, right, for the most part, just pulls them back into League of Legends. Let's think about it. Legends of Runeterra, they tried making an online card game similar to the fact to Hearthstone as a direct competitor. Their main issue, similar to what 2xKO did, they made it free, but also they made a lot of shit free. They were very generous in the amount of cards that they were giving out, the prize pool that you can qualify for in your own bedroom to win, I think, what was it, roughly $100,000, right? In cash in your bedroom, which, depending on the region, if you lived in Thailand, if you lived in India, Pakistan, with conversion rates, that is a life-changing money for winning a card game. And then they realized, okay, as much as LOR is good, not a lot of people are buying packs, and not a lot of people are buying the additional cosmetics such as boards and charms, emotes, and a little legend guys. Not a lot of people are buying that. So what they decided to do, and they also realized that people liked playing the PvE roguelike mode. So they decided to essentially pivot and say, we're canceling ranked, we're canceling more or less online play, and now we are fully developing not only as maintenance mode for Legends of Runeterra, but we're also continuing the roguelike element to which is fine. It's a fine tactic. It still keeps the game alive and fresh. But it really just sours the taste in a lot of people that invested in Legends of Runeterra. And then they realized, okay, whatever issues that we learned from Legends of Runeterra, we could just put that into Riftbound. And now essentially, we got T1 signature bundles that are going to be at $360, all out of stock, and they're all going to be scalped for $5,000. I've seen the fucking posts on Twitter. It is straight up disgusting how much people want to pay for just a faker signature. I mean, it's faker, but come on, guys, come on. Ugh. But even after all the development, all the new characters that they added in, such as Akali, Thresh, Samira, they realized that they're not bringing in any more players and that they've sadly reached as much growth as they could this early. As well as only a roster size, after 10 years of development, only up to 17 characters, when at launch it was roughly 10. I mean, shoot. I mean, all we had was what? Ahri, Blitzcrank, Braum, Darius, Echo, Alawi, Jinx, Teemo, Warwick, and Yasuo. Those are the only champions in that game. So, Kali, Caitlyn, Senna, Thresh, Vi, Lux and Samira later on into this. That's just only 7 new characters, right? And a lot of their skins, these are somewhat decent. These are decently quality skins. The prices don't match up at all. And essentially, what 2xKO was trying to do is that they're trying to essentially divorce the community. But anyways, getting back on track. League's IP is so strong that any game, with the exception of Valorant and TFT to an extent, are the only games that are able to withstand League's IP. Valorant had 2 good things coming out for them. Number 1, pandemic, everybody was locked indoors, and a lot of people from CSGO kind of wanted that bit of an itch. They saw Valorant, it was being released, everybody wanted a beta key, everybody was at home because of COVID, as well as all the designs were completely new, completely separate from the League IP, and they doubled and tripled down the investment. And they realized, we got a freaking swing and a home run with this damn thing. And now Valorant is essentially the other main game in the League ecosystem. TFT, a lot of it with the help with China's version of Golden Spatula, which is their version of TFT, essentially allowed the game to grow. And to an extent, and Mortad, the lead developer for TFT, even said that if Set 3 didn't hit, TFT would have just been over and done with, similar to 2xKO, similar to Legends of Runeterra. But people really enjoyed the set. They loved, the slight randomness, the theme of TFT, as well as you can now play it on mobile. They're like, man, TFT really is growing. And so more people start investing more and more into it. And now it's become an integral part in this League ecosystem. The rest of the games are kind of just filler. They tried dealing with Hytale, and they were like, well, we can't really do anything. We don't know what to do. And so they just let it go. And then later, Hytale's like, oh, yeah, by the way, we're releasing a couple months after you guys sold us. Thanks. But I would say if Riot ever develops a new game, my idea would be this: is to be involved with the polish as well as the execution and art style of Riot quality games, but to get away from the League IP. Because if they keep going with this League IP or adding the League IP, which I get, because they did it with Arcane, and yes, Arcane got a huge boost, but it only got a huge boost into League of Legends, and even then, the casuals did not want to go to League of Legends, mainly because the League of Legends community is so insulated, as well as the game itself not being very casual friendly, that a lot of them just decided, yeah, we're just going to play normals or ARAM, that's it, we are definitely not dealing with ranked. The characters, the IP, the story, the lore, all of it's great. But the game is not welcoming for newcomers, essentially. League has reached its growth phase, and now it's in its maintain, keeping it fresh phase. But if they're going to go with a new game in a new genre, shit, the Riot MMO. I know that MMO, they are definitely going to be putting the League IP in there. They have so much resources to do with the League IP. And everybody's hoping for that to be a success. Me too, because I do not want to have to wait for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't want to play WoW. And any other MMO I just kind of lost interest in, including freaking Lost Ark. My god, that grind was just awful. Ugh. But besides that, besides the League MMO that's going to be coming out whenever it will be, maybe when I'm dead, if they ever develop a new game, please get it out of the League IP. Do what you did with Valorant and invent something new and fresh. Take the original formula like you do with a lot of Riot games, innovate on it, and polish the crap out of it. You guys always have done. And pray to God, swing a bit. But yeah, that's mainly about it. But yeah, essentially for 2xKO, dude, pretty much everything's gonna be free. Skins will be free. If you purchased any bundles, guess what? You're getting refunded within the next couple months. And it's gonna be in I would say, what is it, peer-to-peer mode, or essentially peer-to-peer mode when everything gets released. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to play 2xKO, I recommend start playing it now before it goes on essentially maintenance mode. But yeah, that's about it. And rip and pepperonis, 2xKO.